Good morning, guys. What is going on out there today? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. We got rain here in the desert. Oh, yeah. We need it. And it looks like for the next, week to 10 days, we've got some downright non-hot, non-warm weather here in the desert. A little bit of rain sprinkled in there. All good. All good. Hope you guys are having a great day so far, wherever you are. Happy Sunday. Got a couple of games on tap today. I'm going with the Packers, and I kind of like Buffalo. I'm just my thinking there. I don't know. We shall see, right? Anyway, guys, hope all is well with you. And look, if you're over at YouTube, would love for you to subscribe to my Web Tennis YouTube channel. Just go ahead and click the subscribe button there, and there's a notification bell. Just click that. Choose all so you get notified whenever I go live or upload a new video to the YouTube channel. And then what else? Facebook, man, would really appreciate a like and a share. So guys, with that said, let's get into today's topic, which is, who is your BPR model? And BPR standing for between points routine. Model meaning, who are you copying, right? I mean, look, we can sit around forever and try to figure out everything in the game of tennis on our own. And I did this for a long time, right? Before I got together with Mr. Stowe, I tried to figure stuff out and never really did. And then tried to figure out the whole mental part of the game, right? Which may be the toughest part of the game to figure out. And look, there's books, there's gurus, there's all kinds of stuff. But the easiest thing for me with the between points routine, and I've mentioned this a lot recently, is that between points and on the side changes, on average, is about 80% of the time that we're on the court in a match. There's only about 20% where we're actually playing points. And look, if you're like I was, serve and volley 100% of the time, first and second serve. I mean, I still do that in doubles, but I used to do it in singles, first and second serve every time, right? My between points time was probably 85% of the match. And so look, if you don't manage that time well, you got a problem. You just don't clean the slate to be able to play the next upcoming point with a clear head, right? We just bring too much baggage along. Angelo, good morning. We just bring too much baggage along from whatever happened in that last point, good, bad, and ugly, right? If it was great, we've kind of told our brain, hey, baby, that's what we need to keep doing. That's not realistic. If we chunk the easiest volley of all time, wide open court, we go down in the depths of depression, right? Well, maybe not quite that deep, but we kind of drag that baggage along at the start of the next point. And that is not a great way to start the next point. We want to have as much clarity as possible. So look, I mean, I've read the books, I've watched the videos, I've, all that stuff, and trying to figure it out on my own in terms of how I want to be, but between points. I mean, I know that you've heard I've got a 4 parts between points routine. That's really helped me, which I got from the great Jim Lohr, hybridized it to my own. But in reality, I've also had to sort of think about, well, who's my model? Who do I want to copy? Who do I want to look like between points? And I know that there's a lot of hype and a lot of garbage out there, a lot of clickbait about, well, how to hit your forehand just like Rafa. Hey, Mark, good morning. Major Dan, good to see you. How to hit your forehand just like Rafa. How to do something just like so-and-so. All right, well, look, most of that stuff, most of the technique stuff that you're being hyped up about or being told that you can do just like someone else is never going to happen. But one of the things that we can do by watching some of the pros is, and I'm thinking Fed, I'm thinking Bjorn, I'm thinking of some of the other guys, is that, hey, I want to model my look between points after one of those guys. Or maybe it's someone on the senior tour that I just kind of look at this guy between points and I go, man, he looks calm and cool and collected and not fazed by the fact that he just had a big break point on a, in at 4-all in the third, and he missed it, and he missed a forehand that he hasn't missed all day, and yet didn't go crazy, and just kind of, and for his opponent, the thing is, you want to look over there, and the opponent's probably going, God dang it, that easy chunker forehand he just missed did not bother him. So who's your model? Who do you want to copy out there? And this is something we can do, right? This is, you can feel like, I mean, I guess it was, I remember a match that my good friend and a guy who I've got so much respect for as a senior player, Hugh Thompson. And I remember watching them play the finals of the indoors one year, the 60 indoors up in Seattle. And he was playing Brian Cheney, and they got into a really long 3-setter. And gosh darn it, Hugh Thompson, I think the number was 9. Maybe it was in double digits in terms of match points. And 3 of those, he was serving at 40 love. And another 3, he had match points when Brian was serving. And so it was love 40. And he ends up losing the match. And after each one of those, I just kind of looked at him and said, what's he going to do? Oh my God, there's number 4. There's number 5. There's number 6. And yet there was nothing. There was no outward display of emotion. And afterwards, when he finally lost the match, he's the first guy to walk off the court, and he's not hanging his head. And he just walks by me, and I just kind of look at him, and I kind of go, "Oh my God, man, sorry, I don't even know if I said anything." And his thing was, well, never up, never in, the whole golf term. And it just kind of rolled off his back. I mean, it just was one of those things where he didn't dwell on losing the match points when they were happening, and he didn't dwell on losing 9 or 10 at the end of the match, and probably went out there, took a shower, and went out to play the doubles final, and it was just no big deal. So I just think that you got to find somebody, rather than trying to figure it out your own. How are you going to be mentally tough between points and having to deal with your own personality about how you're going to do that? Why not copy someone else? Why not model the way that you think? Well, first of all, how they look between points, but maybe you're not totally right in terms of kind of imagining, how they're thinking after losing that point or winning that point or whatever. But copy someone else. Just totally cheat on it, copy it. Stop trying to figure this thing out on your own, because the chances are that in the mental part of the game, you're better off trying to be like someone else between points. Now, look, if you want a copy of my 4 parts between points routine, happy to give it to you. It's actually in I think it's a 3 or 4 or 5 page PDF. It's a short story that I kind of tell that actually goes through the 4 parts between point routine that I've got. If you want it, just let me know. Just go ahead and direct message me at Facebook, or you can shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com, and more than happy to give it to you, right? So yeah, that's it. The mental part of the game. Yowie. But it's easier to copy that than I think it is in terms of trying to model someone's stroke technique. I mean, look, to me, that's easy. That on the technique side is the easiest way to improve your stroke technique too. Just copy somebody else. Look at someone else who's got just the minimalist, simplest, clean, repeatable stroke technique, and just, focus on 3 or 4 of the parts of the swing. What's the turn to the setup, to the prep position? What's the swing shape once it's starting to go forward? Where's the contact point? And where's the finish? And just, Angelo, happy to give it to you. And I got it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I just think if we're going to, rather than trying to be a DIYer, do it yourself, copy somebody. Isn't that what they say about artists? The best artists steal. I don't know, something like that. I know musicians do, right? But it's not stealing. It's just hybridizing something. Anyway, guys, rambling now. Rainy day, gonna be no tennis for me today. Gonna get in the stationary bike at a nice 45-minute gusher. Gonna then go into the kettlebell swings, the Russian kettlebell swings, do a few of those. Do some other core work, some planks, some crunchy leg lifts. I'll find, make it a good 75-minute workout with some stretching, with some hanging off the bar, all that good stuff. Guys, get out there today. Make me stop rambling. Come on. Get out there today. Help someone else have a great day. Guys, I will see you again tomorrow.